welcome to my channel Fat to Keto, and my friends call me Jelly. This is the channel where we follow my weight loss journey through keto and keto carnivore. Not really sure how long I'll do Ketovore. Not sure. This is day 9. It's nice and early in the morning, like 9 a.m. I'm having my first coffee of the morning with my keto collagen powder. Been up since 6 a.m. so about 3 hours now. Haven't really done much. Got my video from yesterday finally uploaded onto YouTube. My internet's slow, takes forever, literally all night long. Haven't eaten anything, won't eat probably until around 12 or 1. I let my body just tell me when it's starving and it's time to eat, which usually seems to be about that time every day. What else? Oh, I did a weigh-in. So, for March 29th, I hit 198.4. Then teeter-tottered back up to almost 213. Then on April 29th, I hit 194 or 184. Oh my gosh, I can't even talk. 198.4. So both times 198.4. See, I should not come on here until I've had coffee. So, and then teeter-tottered right back up. So 9 days ago, I was 208.7. Yesterday, the day 6, I made it to, anyways, I finally made it to 198.4 again. And yesterday, I finally broke that and became 198 even, no ounces. So today, I wake up and thank God, 197.6. A new time low. That's the lowest I've been since I was a teenager. And, you know, after doing 2 months of teeter-tottering back and forth, I am crazy excited to be below 198.4. So, I think this is working. We're gonna keep on this track. I did, like I said yesterday, bought 2 weeks worth of meals. Basically, I'm just eating meat, salt, pepper, cheese, eggs, and heavy whipping cream in my coffee and my collagen powder. I'm not going to give that up because I don't want to ever lose my hair. It had thinned. Well, this is thinning. This is thin. It's about tons of baby hairs all on the top because I've been doing the collagen powder for about 3 months now. I had very thick hair. People might say that looks thick, but trust me, it was a million times thicker. My hairdresser was even like, I've watched her on keto for almost 2 years now, and this was about 4 months ago. And she told me it looked like it started to thin, so I said some collagen powder, and when I was in there at the end of March, she's like, it's still really thin compared to what it was. However, there's tons of new baby growth throughout my whole hair. So that is a side effect of losing a lot of weight, whether you're on keto or Atkins or Weight Watchers, anything in the world that you do and drop a lot of weight fast, your body reacts in different ways, and a lot of people have the issue with your body reacting by losing hair. Luckily, I had so much you really could not tell, but it is starting to grow back. So I always have my collagen powder once or twice a day in my coffees, and will continue to do that. And then I also, so that's meat, cheese, heavy whipping creams, eggs, salt and pepper. That's all I am doing right now. I will be adding, probably in the next, after the 2 weeks, I will be trying like cucumbers. And if I'll give it at least 4 days per thing I add to make sure it is not causing me any kind of reactions. So I'm starting with the easy stuff like cucumbers and then celery. I don't think I'm going to be adding bell peppers and tomato stuff back anytime soon though. I'm really worried about that. I'm worried about the paprika. I used to really be allergic to it. So maybe instead of having a oh my throat just swole shut reaction, maybe I'm having a different kind of reaction where my body maintains weight. I don't know. But we're going to see what happens very slowly because I like this downward thing. And yes, I should be happy. Now I've officially lost 174 pounds starting my weight loss journey. 30 pounds of it was before keto. It was a very low carb diet though. I was only doing 50 carbs a day. And I was doing high fat at that time too. But people say it's not keto because the carbs were too high. So, but the rest has all been from doing keto, one form or another of it. I started off as dirty, lazy keto. You know, that's where you don't really care about the healthy ingredients and you don't track anything other than your carb intake. And I did really well for a long time. I lost a bunch of weight and then I stalled for 7 months. And then after that, in February, I started doing more strict. It was still a little dirty, definitely not lazy. And I tracked calories, only allowed myself less than 1,200 a day. My fats I brought down to halfway. I raised my protein, which means I added a lot of fish and chicken breasts with no skin because, you know, steak and stuff and hamburger meat and chicken thighs, they all have a lot of fat in them. And I took a lot of eggs out. And I lost 43 pounds basically in 7 weeks doing that. And then it didn't matter how long I stayed on that type of diet. That's when my body teeter-totted back and forth for 2 months. I guess it just got used to it. I'm starting to think that I have to change things up. My body gets used to a certain way and then it starts teeter-totting fluid or weight or whatever you want to call it, about 10 pounds worth or so. So, I've decided after this, if I don't want to stay doing this all the time, maybe I'll try total carbs, net carbs, this kind, just like mixing it up every couple of weeks so my body doesn't get used to it. Like I said yesterday in the video, everyone's body's different. Sometimes you have to trick it. So it doesn't know it's losing weight. Let's see, it's really early. You probably hear all the birds. It's kind of cloudy out here. It's supposed to be storming today. My daughter's got field day. So if they're outside, I at least hope it stays this cloudy because she came home the other day with a really bad sunburn and she was only out there for like an hour and they're going to be out there all day. She really wishes it would rain because then they get to have field day inside, which really isn't field day. It's more like board game day. So yeah, she'll get to play all the board games. But I have a feeling it's going to be like this all day. I'll try to take a picture of my porch, or I guess I could try turning the camera around because I did say I redid it. Well, I'll try that in a little bit. I don't want to mess up the perfect angle. I almost don't have my head cut off for a change. But yeah, I finished putting it together yesterday, so it's all rearranged. I think I like it like this. Of course, I love my colors. I do like that now. Let's see, I will show this a little. Oh, or not, it's messing the camera really bad. So yeah, you can't really see. But I have 2 couches on each side now, and it opens up that way instead of blocking all of the wind and the view from down below. Originally I had that blocked. But I'm wearing a new shirt that I bought last summer and I never thought I could get into, and I could not get into this on day 1 of my Ketovore diet. I was so swollen in my gut area that I couldn't even get it down past here. You can't really see it. I'll try to show you. But see, it's nice and loose now, and I couldn't even pull it down. I've lost most of that weight in the bottom of my stomach and right here and in my thighs. So I am getting more loose skin in my thighs, and I hate that part. I do squats and stuff to try to fix it a little. I'm getting lucky about not having loose skin in my stomach, and yes, I have some loose skin on my arms. This is fat mainly. Once that fat's gone, that will shrink down a lot. So in some of my videos you can see the little bit of loose skin. I have been extremely lucky because I have seen videos of people and Instagrams that I follow who've done diet or keto, and they just pull out so much loose skin from their clothes, and so far, knock on wood, I have not had that issue, which is really surprising because I am older and I weigh more than most of them. But maybe because it's taken me the 2 years to lose the 174 pounds when some of them lost that much in a year, maybe that has helped. That's what I always told myself each month, or even during the stalls that I had, that the slower you lose weight, the more time your skin has to remember how to be small and start to shrink a little. So, and of course I do my collagen powder and I do my organic coconut oil religiously. And I did that even before because it wasn't about the skin shrinking or anything. I don't know if that works on or not, but it was to keep my glow to my skin and to keep it from being dry and cracking and trying to slow down wrinkles. I've used it on my face for over a year now. And I was really scared because my face, it's still big, but it was huge. I don't know if y'all seen especially the picture of me in the pink top. Especially here, I mean, it was just like a big giant circle. And I was really scared because when people lose a bunch of weight, they get tons of wrinkles in their face and tons of loose skin. I might have a tiny bit here, but I don't have tons of wrinkles or loose skin anywhere. And I have about 50 so more pounds to go, so I'm not too worried because most of those pounds are in my stomach and my back and my love handles, thighs. So I'm confident I'm not going to have tons of wrinkles on my face. But I'm sorry, I am rattling. This is what happened. Well, I do it all the time anyways, but when I've had no coffee yet, because I'm drinking it right now, I kind of go all over the place. But, let's see. What can we talk about right now? Well, I still feel fine from doing all meats and dairy type stuff like cheese and heavy whipping cream. I don't do a lot of them. I do about 3 tablespoons a day of the heavy whipping cream and about 1 or 2 ounces of the cheese. You are allowed way more than that, but that is what fills me up and that's all I need. I have been doing the bacon every morning because it's simple, it's fast, and I'm all into that right now since I can't experiment with my foods. I love to make new recipes and stuff, but right now that's not really an option. So when you're only using salt and pepper, meat and cheeses, you don't have too much of an option. Last night was the most creative I was able to get when I made that hamburger. And I usually hate hamburgers with a passion, but it actually didn't taste too bad. I loaded it with black pepper and salt, Himalayan salt. And I broke an egg up in there and I mixed it all up and I put it on my indoor grill, and then I added in more salt and pepper while it was cooking and when it came out, and I had melted 2 slices of Munster cheese on it. And it wasn't dry, but my mind was telling me it was dry, and since I can't have any of the ketchups or mustards or mayonnaise or anything like that right now, I can have pure sour cream. So I put 2 tablespoons of the sour cream on there because I still only had 4 carbs for the day, and I do up to 6. So I did 2 tablespoons of sour cream on top of it, and I have to say it was yummy. And I don't know if that's just because it tastes different from what I've been eating the last week or what, but I did enjoy it, and I could eat that again with no problem. So I'm trying. I'm gonna do some Googling on cumin today. I know Thomas DeLaury accidentally had cumin on his little 10-day challenge. And he didn't end up having a problem, but I'm gonna Google and look around with people who actually do the carnivore diet and actually do a keto version of it and see if they've had any issues, because I would like to start adding some spices. However, not yet, not at least for a week, because my weight is finally moving and I want to see what else it can do before I have to start figuring out if a spice is messing me up. I'm really glad salt and pepper don't mess me up. So, also, you will see me in lots of leggings because I'm losing so much weight or bloating sometimes that I don't want to go out and buy more and more pants. And besides, I like leggings no matter what size I am. Always have. Same with tank tops. When I was 368 pounds, I lived in leggings and tank tops. And I'm sure people hated that because I had no shame. I went out in public like that at 368 pounds and it didn't bother me. But if I can't do it today, I don't know why it bothers me today. I'm like, oh no, I have a roll showing. I have a roll showing here. But before, I sleep my self-confidence changed or something. It's just so weird. So yeah, I wear those a lot because the weight changes so drastically and I don't want to spend a bunch of money. I've been trying to think of meals, keto and keto carnivore type, for when I'm with my boyfriend. I haven't decided which kind of diet I'm going to be on yet. Maybe mix it up each day, I don't know. But we are gonna do the whole hamburger thing. Okay, my battery is starting to die, so let's see if I can get a few more seconds in there before I forget what I was talking about. So we are gonna do the whole hamburger thing, the whole chicken breast. I figured those out. Maybe steaks, I don't know, they're really expensive there. But we're also gonna hit the gym the whole time I'm there. So I'm either going to be there 3 weeks or a month, which means y'all are going to follow along on what does a gym workout do to my diet too. I'm going to do a whole series on what I eat there, my activities, and does it affect my diet. I have adrenal gland issue, so I try not to work out too hard. Because of that reason, it will release the cortisol in my body and make me gain weight. But we're gonna give it a shot and see what happens. He loves the gym. That's his way of believing you should lose weight, as workout, protein powder, eat small amounts, and healthy. I'm the opposite because he don't eat fat other than his eggs in the morning, and so I kind of freak him out when I eat all my fat. But it doesn't matter because I do it anyways. So you will get to see him a lot in the videos too. And there will be hiking and swimming and tons of crazy activities that I normally do not do. And it's really hot and no AC. Yeah. But I have fun anyways, even though I'm dying and sweating to death. I will probably look really bad in the videos, but it'll be okay. So this battery is about to completely die on me, so I am going to go charge it, put my setup away, and think what I want to say on the next part of the video. We'll definitely come back for my dinner, which may or may not be hamburgers again, because that was actually really good last night. Oh, I do have to say, I notice I tend to drop more weight the more fattier the last meal is. When I had the fish, I was really worried at first I wasn't going to drop any ounces, but I did. But when I eat the steaks at night with the chicken, that's when I've been dropping the most weight. I have a little chart in what I eat, and I'm noticing little trends. I don't know for sure that is true. I'm going to try it again and see, because maybe I just need some more fattier meat. Maybe people are right. You don't have to really watch your calories and fat intake and stuff like that. Doing this diet, you just eat until you're full, and I get full pretty fast. So on that fish, I didn't even eat it all that I showed y'all. The cat got at least 4 ounces of it, and it was only a 12-ounce thing. And usually fish, I used to could eat the whole thing, and I just can't anymore. But yeah, battery's dying, so I will talk to y'all in just a little bit. Okay, before this battery dies, I'm going to take a quick view of my porch. It is prettier at night because I do have fairy lights on the ceiling, but this is the way I rearranged it. Me and the kids are gonna eat out here each night probably. But yeah, this is so far what I got going on. I will be putting some curtains that I'm making up and finishing it up sooner or later. I love to create new things. Now I've decided on this camera, it just likes to cut my head off no matter how I angle it. Anyways, welcome back. It is almost 6 o'clock. I'm eating late again tonight. I lost track of time. I actually started cooking my breakfast around 12:45 and my daughter called to get her from school, so I actually didn't eat until almost 2, at which time I had my last collagen powder coffee. I'm still sticking to 2 a day. It's actually lower carbs than if I was to stick the heavy whipping cream all up in it that I normally would have. So, and I am still sticking to 4 or 6 carbs a day, because I have had a piece of cheese that was 1 ounce, which is less than a carb, but we'll just say it's a carb, and I'm also having another ounce that's a carb. So I'm about to fry it up on the stove. I'm going to go ahead and get that going. I have cooked, let me see if y'all can see it. I don't think it'll zoom in, and it is hot, so I am not lifting them up. But I just threw some chicken thighs in the little air fryer with a little bit of olive oil and salt and pepper. Lots of salt and pepper. So that's what we're eating tonight. I am going to be probably having 3 of them and the 1 ounce of cheese, and then that will be the end of my meal. Now, I have been dying for some sausage. Breakfast sausage, not just the hot dog type. And gone everywhere for it. Nowhere has it. That's pure. So, this morning, while I was sitting doing research, it hit me. What am I doing? Sausage is just ground up pork with some ingredients added to it. Usually sage, paprika, peppers, black pepper, salt, sometimes sugar. So why not just go to the store and get an organic ground pork and make my own using salt and pepper and a lot of pepper since I can't use sage. You will be seeing a picture. I will insert it right after this. I was going to insert it before, but I'll insert it after this talk. So I made my own, and I have to say it was pretty good. And usually the one I get from the store, even the organic no nitrate type sausage with all those other ingredients, I get extremely bad heartburn, sometimes throw up from it even though I crave it. It really makes me sick. This one did not, and it really did taste like a very it was spicy because I loaded it with black pepper, but it didn't have that strong red pepper flake and sage taste. But it was amazing just the same, and I loved it. And there is enough in that pack. I paid like $5, but there is enough meat in that pack that I could have it for like 7 days if I wanted to, but it doesn't really last that long. So I did 2 little patties. I think it was 3 ounces total, 2 of my little tiny bacon strips, and 2 eggs, and that was around 2 o'clock today. And I will be inserting a picture. I will insert a picture of my dinner tonight too. That's not ready to flip yet, but it's pretty simple. I have to say the keto carnivore diet, Ketovore, is extremely cheap on your budget, especially if you do not drink the collagen powder stuff like I do. Also, it's very simple. I might love to cook all these crazy meals and stuff. However, you don't have to think. You don't have to prepare, really. You know you're going to have a meat. You know you can have some salt and pepper. You know you can have butter and heavy whipping cream and cheese. So when you go into the store, so fast, so simple. When you come home, well, what meat do I want? Load it with some salt and pepper and grab some cheese. I am very full, fuller than any version of keto or any other diet I've ever done in the world. And my heartburn is completely gone. Now, in a week or so, if it continues to stay gone, I might try to get off Nexium. I've been on Nexium for over 10 years and a bunch of other meds for my stomach, but I was able to go down to 1 Nexium on keto, but I could never come off that one, and I'm not really sure I could anyways because I do have extremely bad reflux and I also have GER. So, but I notice it's worse when I eat vegetables. So I am really enjoying this. Like, it's cheap. You don't have to think. It's really fast. Really easy to clean up. No cutting boards. Usually no knives. I've mainly been using my little indoor grill that I wipe down, and every few days you wash it in the sink. And one little plate. I don't really have to use silverware. I mean, on the steak I use a fork, but on the chicken I use my hands. Breakfast I use a fork for my eggs. And the little air fryer pan, literally, and my grill outside. So, in my little tiny frying pan, which is a tiny bit bigger than this one, that I use for my eggs every morning. No dishes. I'm usually got a sink full of dishes because I've chopped up, I've cooked in different frying pans to saute all the vegetables, and I normally do like the peppers and the mushrooms in one big giant pan and green beans in a big giant pot, and then I got some cabbage and carrots and stuff frying in another area, and it makes a big mess, and I never feel good after eating it. And yeah, so this is cheap, easy, no thinking, very fast, and limited dishwashing, which I love. It's amazing to me. Let's see, it's starting to fry. I'm gonna go ahead and flip it once, and then I'll flip it again. So basically, when it comes out, it looks like grilled cheese, like grilled cheese toast, and it actually tastes like it. It's pretty good. I usually don't eat it a lot, so we will see if this does anything to me, if it slows down my weight or not. I have not eaten it probably in 6 months or so. So we will see. This will be 2 ounces that I've had today, and I have been only doing 1 ounce of cheese a day. But I do need to add more fats in because I did not have my coffee of my MCT oil that I add. I usually do the MCT powder in my collagen each morning, twice a day, but I also add 1 tablespoon of oil during the day too. And I did not do that today, so I need more fats. Because it had been putting me over on fats, and I was like, well, let's try the fats and cheese and see what happens. Also, the sausage did not have much fat in it, believe it or not. So yeah, so we will see tomorrow how this goes. I am very happy with my results so far. I'm very happy, I don't know if y'all can see it, with my stomach going down so drastically. Yeah. I am tired and hungry, and I'm ready to eat. So I'm hoping this will cook up fast. Maybe if I turn it up higher. I'm used to cooking on that side of the stove, and you turn it the other way to make it higher. So yeah, I thought I had it higher than I did. But I had to take the covers off my porch because it started to storm again. But I was smart and I got it up before, so now I don't have to wash them because they are not soaking wet and need drying. So smart for a change. But I did go to Walmart earlier. I was going to take y'all with me, but all I got for me was that ground sausage and my parents' list for the kids was chips and Little Debbie's and brownies and diet sodas and really bad stuff. So I did not want to post all that on videos. So my buggy was 99% carbs, like hundreds of carbs, probably thousands. But yeah, breads, hot dog buns, you name it. So, and regular milk. But this is frying up now, I can hear it. And it's starting to darken a little. It will get really dark before I pull it off. But that's what I will be having, and I will take pictures and insert it. And even though tomorrow is Saturday and my family will be here, I will do a video, even if it's a short one, to let y'all know how my weight is doing, how I feel, and what I'm eating. It's pretty simple what I'm eating. Today probably was the most creative, making that homemade sausage, which I wish I thought about sooner. I mean, I went all over. I went an hour one way to a Fresh Mark, I went an hour one way to another store, and I could have just got some organic, fresh ground pork and made it myself and made sure what goes in it. But I know now. And it made me think of a lot of other stuff I can do. I can grate ground chicken and put salt and pepper and cheese up in it and cook it that way, and maybe an egg, and maybe I have more options than I really think if I want to get complicated. I probably will get complicated for that sausage because it really isn't complicated. It's ground, throw in tons of salt and pepper, patty that up and stick it on there. Took me like 2 seconds because you only need to throw an egg in. It patties up just great. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and say goodnight, and I hope everyone has a lovely Saturday morning. This is my Friday, but it won't upload until Saturday. So I will be posting again, don't worry, because I want to journal every day of this so I can see if I go wrong with something, if I start to stall. I also will record if I do exercises or not, just so y'all can watch my progress and I can pay attention and see, because I can go back if I start to gain weight and be like, what did I do different compared to last week when I lost all that weight? It's a great way to track. So you might want to make your own videos, even if you're too scared to put them on YouTube like I was the first whole year, because I have older videos that I was too scared to stick up. But if you do it for yourself, you can see the progress in a year. It's just huge. And you can also see where you're messing up. So yeah, I actually took some really unflattering pictures back in February. And when I get closer to my goal weight, I'll take new ones and maybe post them together, but they're horrible. Like, I've never done the little shorts and just a bra type top pictures, but my boyfriend took them of me a week apart, and while I was there we were doing every week, and we're gonna do that again when I get back there, because I really don't have anyone to do it here, and you can't angle the camera perfect to hit your spots to make sure and show the real way, as I'm totally burning it, but that's okay, I like it burnt, so I can totally eat that. But, so, this is what it looks like if you cook it too much. But, I'm okay with that, because I'm rattling, as usual. But yeah, so, we will do progress pictures when I'm a little more confident. So, I'm going to, once again, say I hope y'all have an amazing Saturday, and I will post again tomorrow.